the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Welcome to our 2K sports broadcast of the NBA on a Monday afternoon. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sideline. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Pau Gasol is one of the real humanitarians in the NBA. An ambassador for UNICEF, he concerns himself with a lot more than just basketball. Jerry West said of Gasol, you can feel the warmth, the goodness in him. A real gentleman. If you're around him, you can't help but like him. Kevin?
A gentle giant, David, for sure. Thanks. Two big-time teams, powerhouse ball clubs facing off here, Doris. These are the games, even as a broadcaster, that bring special energy, not to the broadcast, but to the game overall, fans and us included.
I think for players, for fans, for broadcasters, the schedule comes out initially, right? And the first thing you do is you look down over the calendar and you circle certain dates. And today, that's one of those days.
We get juiced just like the fans do, don't we?
Oh, no question about it. There's a different energy in the building tonight.
Absolutely. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. And it's LeBron in at the three. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep, and that's good. Kawhi Leonard for 3. Leonard's got himself on the board with 3 there. And for the big 3 in Cleveland, LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. It took some time to develop their chemistry.
Well, as Coach Lou said to them, Kevin, hey, it's not always going to be your night. Encourage them to feed the hot hand, and in particular, told Kevin Love, you're a bad man. Demand the ball. And I think once he got integrated into the offense, they got better.
Now, here's Leonard, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Green dishes to Parker. To the paint, stolen by Thompson. An even 3-on-3 break. No one near James as he lets it go. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
LeBron was anticipating that catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Parker outside. Passes it to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given. And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency, it seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. Pau liked the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
And he makes both free throws. And for Gasol and the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
Yeah, and what is strange is that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
Here's Ginobili after Cleveland got the 3-pointer. Shots good by Dedmon.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately
pulled up for the jumper.
And that's the smart move. I mean, exploit that size advantage every chance you can.
Now here's Shumpert. LeBron outside. Irving from long range. That one misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Shumpert with the steal. In the corner, Irving with it. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Leonard against Jefferson. Here's Mills. Back to Leonard. Takes it from 10. And it's San Antonio with another.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you a prop.
Yeah, and that's exactly why he needs to become the primary focus for that defense right away. Try to cool him off before he gets too hot.
And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
That there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Well, I certainly like the play calling. They're keeping the defense guessing, and more importantly, they're generating points.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Williams is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. And the Cavaliers so high-powered offensively. They've done a great job of surrounding LeBron James with shooting.
Well, I think, Kevin, you and I both know that's how the league is trending. And the Cavs set records last year for three-pointers made in the playoffs. It's become their identity, and as successful as they've been, I don't see that changing.
Thompson passes to Williams. Ginobili against Smith. To the inside. Thompson. It's blocked. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. A different look now for San Antonio. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. A minute 42 left here in the second. 6 to shoot. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kyrie Irving was a virtuoso ball handler when he came into the league. He could penetrate at will and get to the rim. With all the injuries over the years, he's made an adjustment to that. He said, I enjoy finishing around the big men, but honestly, I'm trying to stay off the floor. I'm not going to stop trying to get to the basket, but with the big men we have, we don't have to do it every single time. We all learned that lesson over the years, Kevin.
Pay the price going in there, don't you, D.A.? Thank you. Williams against Aldridge. Smith outside. Here's Love. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Oh, guys, how good is Love at fighting through the contact to finish and score it?
Well, we all know Kevin Love has illustrious bloodlines. His dad played in the NBA. His aunt was inducted into the U.S. Triathlon Hall of Fame. And his uncle was the lead singer for the Beach Boys. Of course, not bad.
Well, and Kevin, that's not too bad is right. I mean, he's always had big shoes to fill, and you see that, I think, in Kevin's approach. He's tremendously dedicated, remade his body with yoga and training at high elevation. He leaves no stone unturned.
And we all know how skilled Kevin Love is offensively, a guy who can score in the low block and or step out and hit the triple. What about his play on the defensive end?
So this is the conversation, right, Kevin? And I think he's better than he's been given credit for. Certainly, he's not an elite defender, but his defensive rebounding is elite. And not having to bear the offensive burden that he did in Minnesota, he's become more than solid defensively.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 6 points for Kevin Love.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And here is Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Aldridge. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cavaliers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what's the plan for the second half tonight?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
Okay, we'll see if you can get that done. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith, all set to take a look back. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the three of us will still be sitting here talking to you.
Actually, it's 4 people.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Kevin Love with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
His passion for the game, you know, that's what drives him to always give 100%, and we're seeing the results of that tonight.
Doris, so many great shooters right now in the NBA. A lot of players can hit from deep, who in your book is the best of that great group.
Well, I think obviously the Splash Brothers come to mind. I actually think Clay is a more textbook pure shooter than Steph, but
Good
I mean
point.
both terrific accuracy. Kyle Korver obviously led the league in three-point percentage for a long time. Then you think of the sweet shooting big men. Dirk Nowitzki comes to mind, Kev.
There really is not a set way to shoot because these guys all shoot differently. Clay shoots much differently than Ray Allen, who shoots differently than Steph Curry.
Ray Allen, just the classic, he likes to say I'm OCD. Like, oh, the perfection. Every piece of it had to be perfect. So, yeah, it just depends on how you grew up.
Great way to put it. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol at the 5. Home in the paint. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Parker outside. He dishes it to Aldridge. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Aldridge has got the game tied up here for the Spurs. And last season we had Kobe's retirement, but in the offseason we said goodbye to another legend, the terrific Tim Duncan. You know, Greg, there was talk he might hang it up, and he felt that he didn't have any more in him and called it a career after 19 incredible record-breaking seasons.
Yeah, and Timmy retired in the most Duncan way possible. Just quietly let it happen in the midst of the summer. No farewell tour or any of that. A big hit to the game of basketball to see one of the all-time greats walk away, but arguably one of the best two-way players to have ever played the game.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Otto Ginobili's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. James kicks to Dunleavy. Back to LeBron. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. A three ball nailed from three-point land. LeBron's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. Now Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Leonard. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Listen, they rely heavily on his offense. He rarely lets them down.
LeBron outside. A screen from Thompson. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. Ginobili outside. Leans from outside. The Spurs rebound.
And a nice job of utilizing his body to get around the defender, but that's just a tough one to knock down consistently. He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, and it's one thing to score on a guy, it's another to flat out torture.
And yes, it's good. Ginobili's got his first points in this one.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Here's Thompson. And Ginobili pulls it down. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Mills. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Yeah, that's the look you're working toward with your offense. It hurts when you don't hit it.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cleveland ahead, leading by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Let's get about 3 or 4 stops in a row. Let's get something put together defensively. Offense will take care of itself. Both teams are scoring. Somebody's got to play D.
And Greg Popovich would very much like for his team to start locking things down defensively.
Yeah, I don't think coach is interested in snipering back and forth. I mean, he'd rather remove the other team's bullets than just to overpower them.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron James is out there with Jefferson. Then there's Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Williams at the point guard position. Spurs trail by 3. Down low. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Parker. Gasol's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for San Antonio. Shumpert a screen on Parker. James outside. Williams dishes to LeBron. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18. That one a little long. Spurs shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Leonard against Jefferson. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 12 points for Aldridge.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
No, frankly, you shouldn't get them. He is not the player that you want to let beat you. That could be a costly mistake for this D.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
You know, you always want everyone on the same page, executing down to the smallest detail.
Check in for Williams. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Yeah, you guys know Kevin Love is a handful when he gets that close to the rim. Not much you can do about it.
Outside Aldridge. Fades back. The shot misses. Good D from Love. The dish to LeBron. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. It's a pick by Love. Jefferson, here we go, for the 3, and it's Love missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Great anticipation, just a little late getting his hand in there.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Smith comes in for Shumpert, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Jefferson. Parker kicks to Leonard. Back to Parker. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Probably the moment we'll remember from this one.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Aldridge. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And a lot of scoring here late, but there hasn't been any defense to speak of.
Yeah, this game has not exactly been a coach's delight. Both teams run ragged at the defensive end. The defense fortunate that he didn't burn them there. You'd have to think he wouldn't miss that again.
Leonard. He can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And he commits the intentional foul. So they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
The first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Very quietly, Irving is one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA and has been over the years.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Parker. Tries again. It's good.
And that's why Gasol's teammates trust him. His ability to hit these shots time and time again is what makes him such a special player. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
The first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, and Smith needs to continue to work on improving his shot from the free throw line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Yeah, they could go for the 2 and then foul, but you know they really like that 3.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sinks it, and that shot brings them to within just 1.
You probably could have set that screen with a little more force, but it got him just enough room to be able to finish.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. "11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he misses all 3. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're up by 2. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
LeBron continues to excel at shooting a high percentage from the charity stripe. The defense would rather avoid sending him there.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He shows the killer instinct and puts the game away at the line.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
Feels amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but 1 man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for Kyrie Irving. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
At home, Ernie. On the road, Kenny. Doesn't matter. This guy is impossible to handle when he gets rolling. Crowd was doing his best to fire this guy up and get him to respond, but nothing worked. He was too much for him. Great night from a great, great player.
This was one of those what I call microwave games for Kyrie Irving. He got hot, and he stayed hot. How can you ask anyone to do anything more from the point guard position? Inside, outside, creating for his teammates, Kyrie had it going on tonight.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.